So, how important is TypeScript for full stack developers today, and how does it improve the development process?
Like I said earlier, TypeScript is increasingly more and more popular. Um, there will be people on both sides of the table, um, you know, saying that they like TypeScript or saying that they don't like TypeScript. Um, the only time I would say you do not want to use TypeScript is if you're working on a smaller project. But it's becoming more and more important because, as I said earlier, it's going to prevent errors down the line. If I build something that's called a component in React, for example, we're going to be using something called props, which is it's like me passing a value to something so that it can do something with that value, right? Well, props have something called a type. Now, if I pass a prop that is a string to a component that is expecting a number, what happens when I try to add a word to a number? I'm not going to get what I'm expecting to see. So with TypeScript enforcing specific types, not only will it not allow me to use that component by passing the wrong kind of prop, but it will tell me in my editor what that component expects to receive as a prop. And that speeds up the development process in the long run. And it makes it almost impossible to make errors. So it makes your code more predictable and cleaner, easier to maintain. And as I said earlier, especially with these bigger projects, when you're working on a team and you're using other people's components that you haven't really seen before, it's very clear what the expected inputs are, and then you get consistent outputs. So it prevents bugs early on. And and in the end, it makes things easier to read and understand. In the beginning, I did not like TypeScript when it came out. I was kind of annoyed because I started with C++, and what I liked about JavaScript was I could just get right to business, and I could code really quickly. But TypeScript is just it's the future. Everyone is using it. Um, and when you work on bigger projects, it's a must because it's going to prevent so many errors down the line.